Good evening and welcome to OC Teen Live News. My name is Georgia.
I'm Guido.
I'm Alessandro.
And I'm Shaina. Today we want to talk about the best place to visit in Australia. The first place we think is one of the best seaside locations is Lingua Inglese.
Hi guys, I'm in Sydney, a spectacular city on the east coast of Australia. Sydney is full beautiful places such as the Sydney Harbour Bridge, a famous bridge built between 1923 and 1932. It is one of the longest bridges in the world. The Harbour Bridge crosses Sydney Harbour, and from the top you can see the famous Sydney Opera House, another must-see attraction. Now I'm going to interview Tommaso, a Sydney resident.
Hi, I'm Tommaso. I'm from Canberra, but I've lived in Sydney for 10 years.
What's the best place in Sydney in your opinion?
For me, the best place in Sydney is Bondi Beach.
Can you tell us about Bondi Beach?
Yes, of course. Bondi Beach is one of the largest and most famous beaches in Sydney and on the east coast of Australia. It is well known for surfing and its lively atmosphere. Around Bondi Beach there are markets and food trucks. People swim there all year round, even on Christmas Day. Some people go running or work out of the beach.
Thank you, Tommaso. Now Adele is going to tell us some interesting facts about Kagera, a famous island on the east coast of Australia.
It is the largest sand island in the world. It is located in Queensland near Brisbane. There are many activities to do on Kagera Island. For example, driving 4x4 along the coast or going kayaking, where you can find dingoes, a famous Australian wild dog, as well as shark and whales.
Now let's hear from Federico, live from Sydney.
Ningaloo Reef is a World Heritage Site in Western Australia. Near Ningaloo Reef there is the Cura Bay. In this area you can find over 450 species of marine life, and many people go snorkeling.
Good evening again. Now we will talk about one of the most famous animals in Australia, the koala. We have our two correspondents ready to tell us more about this amazing animal. First, let's go to Marco, who is visiting a zoo in Brisbane. Marco, what's happening there?
As you can see behind me, many visitors are looking at the koalas like this and taking photos. Now I'm here with Anna, who works at the zoo. Hello Anna, can you tell us something about yourself?
Hello everyone, I'm 24 years old and I'm from Brisbane and I work in the zoo. I love animals very much and my favorite animal is koala.
Why do you like koalas so much?
I like koalas because they are very cute and fluffy. They have so far a big nose and big ears. Many years ago, the first Europeans in Australia thought koalas were small beasts, but they are no beasts.
Thank you, Anna and Marco. Now let's go to our second correspondent, Andrea, who has more information about koalas.
Thanks, Guido. I'm here with Isra and Noel, animal expert. Isra, where koalas live. Koalas live in Australia. They eat eucalyptus, live and sleep a lot, sometimes up to 20 hours a day, because their food doesn't give them much energy. That's very interesting. What about baby koalas? Baby koalas are called germs when they're born. They are very small and they stay in the mother's pouch. Another interesting fact is that koalas have fingerprints like humans. Thanks you very much. Isra, now back to Guido.
Thank you, Andrea. Koalas are truly special animals and an important symbol in Australia. That's all for tonight's news.
Now we will take you to a very special annual event that is happening today, the Parmigiani Festival. This festival takes place in early spring and lasts 10 nights. It's truly Aboriginal art, culture, and stories. We have our two correspondents live there to give us all the details. First of all, let's go to Camilla, who is at the Art of Celebration. Camilla, what's going on?
Good evening. As you can see behind me, flags cover the rocks and ground, and many people are walking around, enjoying the show. Now we will interview a person who is enjoying the festival.
Hello, my name is Nicolò. The festival is amazing. It's my first time here and I am feeling very happy. I think everyone should come see Parmigiani. The lights are beautiful and they warm my heart.
As Georgia said, I'm here with Anna, the event organizer. Anna, what does the word Parmigiani mean?
Hi everyone, the word Pratajima means to shine in the Arawak language. It's the only Aboriginal light festival in the world. During the festival, the McDonald Ranges, an ancient mountain range, become a 3.5 kilometers long cinema screen with lights and art.
And how many people have participated?
In the first 3 nights since the opening, Pratajima has already welcomed more than 7,300 attendees.
What can people do at the festival?
At the festival, people can learn about Dreamtime stories and enjoy traditional and modern indigenous performances. There are also workshops, cultural talks, music, dance and storytelling.
Thanks Anna for your time. Let's return to Georgia.
Thank you, Andrea. Parmigiani continues until the 19th of April and many more people are expected to attend. If you are in Alice Springs, it's an event you shouldn't miss.
For the next story, we talk about the culture of traditional food of the Aboriginal people of Australia. Aboriginal Australian are the First Nation people of Australia and they've lived for there more than 45,000 years.
Good evening, I'm Giorgio and I have some questions. Can you tell me what is special about Aboriginal culture?
Aboriginal culture is one of the oldest living cultures in the world. It is deeply connected to the land and nature. Stories, art, music, and dance are very important. These traditions teach younger generations about history and spiritual beliefs.
We often hear about something called the Dreamtime. What does it mean?
The Dreamtime is a spiritual belief system. It explains how the world was created and how natural elements like rivers, animals, and mountains were formed. Dreamtime stories are shared through songs and paintings.
Now let's talk about traditional Aboriginal food, often called bush tucker. What is this?
Bush tuckers refer to native Australian food that Aboriginal people have eaten for thousands of years. These foods come directly from nature, such as plants, fruits, seeds, and animals.
Can you give us some examples?
Some examples include kangaroo, meat, emu, fish, and insects, like witchy groups. There are also native fruits like quandog and bush tomatoes. These foods are healthy and rich in nutrients.
How did the Aboriginal people cook their food?
They often cooked food over open fires. One traditional method is cooking in the ground using hot stones similar to uncut oven. This method keeps the food warm.
Thank you.
Thank you for that story.
Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for watching. My name is Guido.
I'm Georgia.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Shaina. See you next time.
Good morning, Australia, and welcome to another episode of Odd Kid News.
Where news stand for new encouraging weekly stories.
My name is Alberto.
And I'm Alice. Everyone loves celebration. Not long ago we celebrated Harmony Day, a day that celebrates all different cultures and people that make up Australia.
For our first story, we go straight to Alice Springs in the Northern Territory when celebrate Parmigiani, a wonderful festival that celebrates Aboriginal culture through lights, music and storytelling.
Let's go live to Andrea, our reporter who is on site.
Thank you, Alice. I'm here at the Parmigiani Festival in Alice Spring, and it is a magical atmosphere. We have people from all over the world who come to experience this here. Here with me there is Francesco. Where did you come from?
I am from Italy.
What made you come to this festival?
Actually, I didn't even know this festival was on. It has been my dream to come to Australia for many years, and I'm finally here. Experiencing this festival is like a gift.
What do you like the most?
The lights. They make the Australian outback mystical.
Thank you so much, Francesco. I hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday here in our country. Now let's speak to Luca, one of the organizers. Can you tell us what Parmigiani is about?
Parmigiani means light up. It's a free festival that lasts for 10 days and it started in 2016, so it's very new.
Why it was created?
The festival was created to celebrate and share the world's oldest indigenous culture. The festival uses the natural landscape and it's designed to provide authentic experience of Aboriginal culture told through art and stories.
Thank you, Luca. Parmigiani is a free family event that attracts people from everywhere. Come and experience the magic firsthand. Now back to you, Alberto, in the studio.
Thanks for that, Andrea. Alice, have you experienced Parmigiani?
No, I haven't, but I definitely want to go. It looks amazing. Talking about holidays, this brings us to our next story.
That's right, we're going to look the top 10 destinations to visit in Australia. Federico Spada has the story.
Thanks, Alberto. Earlier this week, we went to the streets asking people what is their favorite holiday place in Australia. Let's see what they said. What's your favorite holiday destination in Australia?
My favorite holiday destination of Australia is Uluru because it's interesting.
If you went on holiday in Australia, where would you like to go?
I would like to go Sydney because there is a lot to do.
Today, I've been asking people what their favorite Australia destination is.
For me, I would say the Blue Mountain because I like mountain climbing and hiking.
What about you, Sophie, our weather girl?
Tropical North Queensland because I love swimming at the beach and see all the tropical fish.
We also stopped by Australia and the travel agency and interviewed Susanna to find out the top 10 holiday destination of 2026.
Good morning. Count you destination for 2026 is 10. At 10 position is the Mountains Blue, Adeline, Calgary, Uluru, Wilson, Pierre, 5 Sydney, for the Nigalu Marine Park, 3 Experience Beach, 2 the Great Barrier Reef, 1 Kimberley Rangers. Australia travel agency. We can organize all the details for you perfect holidays. Bye!
So there are so many beautiful places to visit. Make sure you stop by Australia Travel Agency to book your next holiday.
For our last story, which follows our Aboriginal team, we learn a bit more about Aboriginal culture and Australian wildlife. We have our reporter Lucia, who is interviewing our expert Cohen.
Thanks, Alberto. I'm here with Cohen. Hello, it's a real pleasure to speak with you.
I'm happy to be here. As Aboriginal people, we really love nature and spend the day outdoors.
Where and how do you live?
Many of us who live in the outback live in caravans or tents as nomads.
Living in the outback, what food do you eat?
We eat bush tucker.
What is it?
Bush tucker is the food of the land. It could be seeds, fruit, grubs, and we go hunting animals such as kangaroos and more.
For many people who come to Australia, the snakes in this country can be terrifying, but for your people, snakes are a sacred animal, aren't they?
Yes, that's right. Actually, all animals are important, but the serpent is more than just an animal to us. It's tied to one of the most important Dreamtime stories. It's the rainbow serpent.
Can you tell our viewers more?
The rainbow serpent lives in waterholes. His presence brings us rain, but if he is offended, he can prevent the rains and cause drought or floods that cause people to die.
What else does the rainbow serpent represent?
The rainbow serpent is associated with rituals of abundance, growth, and of fertility. It has the power over life and death and punishes those who break traditional laws. This is why we have still great respect for this being in our culture.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us today, Cohen. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you for having me, Lucia.
The story of the rainbow serpent is a very interesting one, and if you want to learn more, you can visit Cohen's website at www.thelandandtradition.com.au. Now back to Alice in the studio.
Actually, did you know that this tradition to paint the rainbow serpent is the longest tradition in the world? It remains as one of the oldest and continuous religious beliefs for humankind.
Really, that's interesting. Moving on, let's turn to the sports highlights. Over to Lorenzo.
Headlines of today: Australia beat England and with the Ashes. Fans of Melbourne Storm are in shock to hear that Elisa Katoa may never play in NRL again after serious hand knock. Again, New Zealand AFL fans are starting to get up for the new AFL season starting in a few weeks. And that's all for the sports headlines. New over to Sophie for the weather. As you can see in Darwin, Canberra, Melbourne, Hobart and Adelaide, there is sunny with clouds. In Brisbane, Sydney, there is cloudy. In Alice Springs, it's sunny, and in Perth, stormy. Now back over to the studio.
Well, that's all for today's show. We want to thank all our reporter and guests who brought us some interesting stories.
And don't forget to visit Cohen's website or stop by Australia Travel Agency if you are planning to book your next holiday soon. That's all for today's episode of Aussie Kids News. I'm Alice.
And I'm Alberto. See you tomorrow for a new exciting episode.